Alright, we're back. This, the Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. I think we're still in Act 2. They were talking about Valentine's Day. We found out he has some new patients, too.
At midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death when I'm dancing.
You get this day over and over.
Hilda,
I black
I
out,
don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just,
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
On last episode of Dr. Dekker. It's like Dr. Dekker and Mr. High. Dr. Jekyll. Oh, here, she's a Black Widow. I know she's crazy. She seems like she's a killer.
It's the anniversary of my parents' death today. I went to the lake house. I always go to the lake house anyway, but it's also where they died. I stood for a while, looking across the water. It's peaceful there. It's the place that makes me feel the most. There was a girl there, by the lake, only about 9 or 10. She was fishing, if you can call it that, with one of those nets on a stick.
Why would she want to have a session today? Wouldn't she want the day off?
I don't know why I talked to her. She looked sad. I don't usually talk to children, but she seemed different, special. I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I, Doctor?
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you be? Unless you're thinking of killing her.
Good. It felt nice. I felt like I was being nice. I felt human. So I can find her and talk to her again, Doctor.
Well, I don't know about that.
David had been hunting again, and, well, she's seen some of the skins he hung around the lake house.
I thought David was like vegetable state. I thought he had like no energy and stuff. He would just stare in the distance.
Animal skins. David hunts, then skins. It's horrible, really. He's not really good at either job, so the skins still have great lumps of bloody carcass hanging off them. I'm sure he'll get better with practice.
These people are just one big happy family, aren't they?
David wasn't there. Or at least I didn't see him. I didn't go inside. I forgot my key, and the spare was missing.
You didn't have the key in the spare. Maybe he wasn't there.
Then I will. I'll look for her next time I'm there.
Maybe that's what she needs. Maybe she needs a kid to preoccupy her time.
They died of carbon monoxide poisoning. I was staying at a friend's house. Otherwise, I would have died too.
Uh-oh, maybe she set it off.
The day Dr. Dekker was killed, I had a session with him in the morning at my usual time, 11 o'clock. That was the last time I saw him. Dr. Dekker made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. I'll be taking it to the grave with me, though. As did he.
What was the offer you couldn't refuse?
I don't know. I suppose she just reminded me of me. I spent a lot of time alone as a child. She said she was trying to catch some strange creatures that she's seen in the water.
So, like she said, crazy recognizes crazy. Maybe that girl's crazy.
I don't know. Minnows, probably. Everything's strange when you're a child. It was 12 years ago. I was still very young. Too young to be an orphan, anyway. I had to toughen up quickly. Met isn't the right word. David has always been there, in the shadows, on the periphery. I move in very exclusive circles. You tend to see the same faces.
So I guess David is rich too?
Love? Yes. I suppose I always will. I don't move in any circles anymore. Those people were my parents' friends, not mine. Valentine's Day night, I was at the lake house, watching David, like I always do.
And that's it? Nothing happened?
He has trouble with his mental faculties and is getting worse. Yes. I watch him and make sure nothing bad happens.
There's something I want to tell you about. Something else that's wrong with me.
Oh, he's got more than one problem?
I think I've been getting a bit out of control in my hour.
His extra hour he gets, this guy gets 1 extra hour each day. He gets 25 hours.
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move, because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground?
What? Get an extra hour of sleep, maybe. I help people, I steal things, I spy on people. I mean, out of all these choices, I guess help people.
I did think, what good could I do, other than catch up with work? I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched, so I gave her purse back, and the crook, I placed him on a bus a few blocks away. I have no idea where it was going. She'd never really be able to thank me, so I took another picture.
What? What kind of picture? He's a freak. Where was he in
I
Valentine's Day?
spent most of Valentine's Day at the art gallery. Well, the evening part, anyway. They had a display with the theme, Love Conquers All. I didn't get most of the paintings, but they were well done. I dug the grave for Dr. Dekker. I helped carry his coffin to the burial site. Do you know what? It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. Why do you think that is?
His body wasn't there?
No, the coffin wasn't empty. There was something in it. A decoy, I'd imagine.
Where's his real body then?
I'm guessing he was buried somewhere else, or cremated. Somebody somewhere didn't want his body going in the ground. Do you want to be cremated or buried, Doctor?
I've heard stories of people waking up after they're dead in their own coffins. Like, wouldn't that be scary? But I think that's like a rare percentage. But anyway, if I had to choose, probably cremation.
That's a good choice, Doctor. Less work for me.
Oh, he liked that, didn't he?
Ha! That was just an example, Doctor. I'm sure you can come up with more exciting things to do than that. Well, that makes me feel a little better. There's a young mother, divorced, who lives opposite me. Jessica. She's friendly and says hello to me, smiles. I've always wondered what she looks like naked.
Oh.
So 1 hour, I broke into her house.
What?
She was standing in her bedroom. I took it as a sign. I took off her clothes and...
Man, this boy he's sick, man. He needs help.
I took photos of Jessica when she was naked. When I'd stripped her. When she was naked and frozen. I didn't want to have to do it again, to strip her again. So I took pictures to remind myself what she looked like. That's wrong, isn't it, Doctor?
Heck yes.
I know. It's that bloody Dr. Dekker. He made me this way. It's all his fault.
This guy. So this Dr. Dekker, he wasn't helping his patients. He was making them worse.
Like I said, I originally presented with depression, and everything was going well for a while. Then Dr. Dekker changed. He was easily distracted during the sessions, like he wasn't listening. I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening half the time. I don't think he wanted to know about his patients anymore. But when he did give you advice...
When he did, what kind of advice did he give you?
He told me to use my imagination, to make something up.
Like his powers.
To think something crazy, and it would become real. He told me to think of a way to get more time. So I did. But he pushed me. He made me think it.
Yeah, and that's not how stuff works. He doesn't have this power like he says.
Yes, I would steal too. And I have stolen. I ran out of milk, so I thought I'd go to the local all-night shop and get some more. I was absolutely intending to pay, but when I got there, everyone was frozen. I thought about leaving money on the counter, but that seemed weird. The cashier would wake and suddenly this money would have appeared from nowhere. But I've stolen bigger things.
Like what? Like a car?
Possibly a relative of yours. Possibly a patient that died here. I'm not sure. She doesn't normally say anything.
What, he can see people too?
Yes, I suppose I've destroyed a few things whilst in the hour. You can be the perfect supervillain. Nobody knows it was you.
I think he has these hallucinations. I don't think none of this is real.
That wretched dig goes on 24/7. 25/7, if you ask me. Your patient, Nathan, caused quite a stir. He interrupted one of the female students all night, apparently. Made her miscategorize some findings, going on about his dead girlfriend. It's amazing what you hear at the coffee machine. And I suppose that's a bonus. We're allowed to use their coffee machine while they're there. Because you have to hope, don't you, Doctor? It's only the power of hindsight that made me realize how toxic it all was. And after a point, you go too far to be able to come back anyway.
That's the word, toxic. All these people are toxic. Well, yeah, she was clear. She was clear, Jaya. We gotta ask her some follow-up questions. Oh, but it won't let me right now. Dekker's resignation letter. To whom it may concern, please accept this letter as notice of my intention to resign from my position on the 11th of February. Alright, these are the clues. I didn't know about these clues.
Nothing, of course. The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker? Him, God, the great old one, the elder god, Cthulhu, however you address him. Listen to me! You're not listening! It's your only bloody job! Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood. God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered. Without chaos, he has less power. When there's too much order, he becomes impotent. So he needs to instill chaos again. And do you know how he does this? No. And yes, but you're being too granular. He needs chaos so he can return, and the only thing stopping him is you. Not just you. You and people like you. Psychiatrists, doctors, nurses. anyone who is caring for people who are losing their sanity. You have no comprehension how important your job is, do you? He doesn't need your version of insanity to spread. He needs chaos. It's not the same. It's just a means to an end. They're not all cultists, unfortunately. Once you see the truth, it's hard not to spread chaos yourself, to cause further insanity and harm your own. I doubt it. But can I make you question your reality? Definitely. But in doing so, I would be promoting more chaos. On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time. As, by definition, chaos is unpredictable from one moment to the next. Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world, no matter how much chaos that would cause.
What
10
is he talking
seconds
about?
time, there will be no gravity in this room, and we will float. 3, 2, 1.
Is this how they all got their own superpowers?
You
This
think
guy-
nothing happened? Where's your glass, Doctor?
Oh, the glass broke. But that guy was looting himself. Tell me about your mother. We gotta follow up on the mother.
She's dead. Thanks for bringing that up.
Let's ask him how his mom died. How did your mom die?
She stopped breathing. I don't know. I was 6. Something to do with her lungs.
Maybe it was her lungs. Alright, we got that cleared out. And what else do we need? Oh, that, okay. We gotta follow up on what were you doing at the time of Dr. Dekker's murder?
It was a missed call. It was Valentine's Day, so I wasn't in the mood for conversation.
It was a miscalled? I don't get it. What miscalled? Or why did he miss the call?
Sorry, I don't know. Is it me, or did it just really get cold in here?
Right now he's dodging the question.
It was a missed call. It was Valentine's Day, so I wasn't in the mood for conversation.
Missed the... Or was it his session?
I was at Henley Church on Valentine's Day, visiting Hannah's grave. It's the anniversary of her death. Her parents wanted a huge funeral with all the trimmings. Hannah would never have come for it. But it does give me somewhere to visit. I got to write the epitaph.
Yeah, I remember that. Why did you burn Hannah's clothes?
I've kept almost all of her stuff as she left it. It's just the clothes. I decided to burn those yesterday, so here I am. Hannah loved clothes. Every season, she'd donate her entire wardrobe to some charity or another, and only buy stuff she loved. I was left with winter. I don't even know what her favourite season was. Does it matter? What's your favourite season, Doctor?
Let's try to figure this out. Why did you burn? Let's say, why not donate? Why didn't he donate the clothes? How do you spell Hannah?
Anna was forever giving to charity. Her things, her time, our money. I actually suggested a charity that Dr. Dekker mentioned called Mind Stretch Outreach.
Mind Stretch Outreach.
Hello again, Doctor. I had a bit of a shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it. Yesterday, I set fire to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, a new day. Hannah's clothes are a pile of ashes.
What shaking incident?
Can't help you. Sorry.
I didn't mean to say that. Oh, typing this is a pain though. I wish I could just like keyboard it in.
That's not really something I know about.
Whoops.
Pass.
That's it, he doesn't say anything. We gotta follow up on how is he today.
Hello again, Doctor. I had a bit of a shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it. Yesterday, I set fire to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, a new day. Hannah's clothes are a pile of ashes.
Now we gotta follow up on donate Anna's clothes. Gosh. We gotta follow up on a couple of them. Why did he regret it?
I've kept almost all of her stuff as she left it. It's just the clothes. I've decided to burn those yesterday, so Here I am. Hannah loved clothes. I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't mean to type that. Does he regret burning the clothes? Hannah's. We got.
I've kept almost all of her
Oh
stuff
my gosh.
as she left it.
Let's ask another one.
Hannah was forever giving to charity. Her things,
He
her
mentioned
time,
one
our
charity.
money. I actually suggested a charity that Dr. Dekker mentioned called Mind Stretch Outreach. Hannah never met Dr. Dekker. She did donate to his charity once, though.
That sounds like a cult. Mind stretch. I don't even think that's how you spell it.
Mind Stretch Outreach arranges programs for gifted children. It's for poor, clever kids who can't afford private education. It's not much of a charity, I guess, but it certainly ends up with a lot of clever people who are thankful to the people running it. Which, in this case, is Dr. Dekker.
What is... Okay. So we gotta still...
Mind Stretch Outreach arranges programs for gifted children. It's for poor, clever kids who can't afford private education. It's not much of a charity, I guess, but it certainly ends up with a lot of clever people who are thankful to the people running it. Which, in this case, is Dr. Dekker.
A benefit? I mean, he told us.
Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah. In his opinion, I was holding on to the past. So I guess he cursed me, if that's even a thing. I don't know.
That's not... I keep pressing it by accident. Maybe he wanted him to join his charity. His charity.
Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah.
So he wanted you to let everything go. Okay. I mean, we're kind of getting far because what is Mind Stretch Outreach? And what else? And what was he doing at the time of Dr. Dekker's murder? He said he was at the church. And how is he today?
I've danced around in my living room, but no clubs since last time. I like dancing around in my underwear. Sometimes less.
This lady, man. I got a question for her. Do you dance naked? So freak.
Doctor, I don't think our relationship has got to that point yet.
I think I asked her that, right? Oh no, see, have you been dancing? Look. Were you seeing Dr. Dekker?
People are quick to put labels on everything. I suppose Dr. Dekker was more than just a therapist to me. We had a lot of things in common, but we weren't seeing each other.
So she wasn't seeing him? Oh, she said they had a lot of things in common. Let's ask her that.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
I have to ask her more specifically. Did you have with Dr. Dekker?
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
Yeah. Which patients did he date? How are you today? I gotta follow up on all these. Did you just go out for drinks? She has a lot of questions we have to follow up on. Jeez.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts. New doctor and new hope. You're much better behaved than Dr. Dekker. Sorry.
What she was. Let's ask him, was he not professional?
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be...
Because she says she's better now with me. Let's see.
We went out for drinks.
Yeah, we know you went out for drinks. Gosh.
I think her name was Scarlett? One of his patients, an older woman. I guess that's how he liked them.
Did he date all his patients?
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know?
Yes.
He said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
Persuasive.
I know, it's pretty hard to believe, isn't it? I feel pretty ugly.
There's something missing here. What kind of drinks did they go for? Where did you go out?
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know?
Yeah, I said, but where?
He said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
Say breach of contract.
You know, like a breach of ethics or something. Girl doesn't ask for details.
Alright, we got that one. Why did you have drinks with Dr. Dekker?
It was Valentine's Day. I drink on special occasions.
You drink on special occasions. It says what are special occasions?
We went out for Valentine's Day. Neither of us had dates, so I just suggested we go out together. You know, rather than just sit in with nothing to do. He'd been acting a bit strange anyway, and I thought he could do with a break.
Let's say
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach of something or the...
Let's ask her. She's a hoe.
We went out for drinks.
I know you
Didn't
did.
you know? He said it was a breach of something or the other, but
So when I say breach
you
of
know, like
contract,
a breach of ethics or something.
that's as far as we can go for that. But there's still questions to be asked here.
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know?
All right, let's ask somebody else a question. How was Doctor? Oh, she said she was acting strangely. Right.
For a lot of our sessions, he would be pretty impartial. A passive listener. But towards the end, he liked interfering. Like, he wanted to push me over the edge.
You wanted to make his patients crazy. Where's I thought Mercy. Yeah, isn't that a date?
Dr. Dekker did date his patients. Not me, I'd never agree. A drink is not a date.
To her? Which patients did he date? How are you today? Did you just go out for drinks?
Just felt like I had some kind of special power.
Oh, they all got powers now.
And part of me wanted to use it. And he urged me to do that. I don't want to say any more about it, not now.
Okay. Why push you to the edge? What special powers? This lady has lost it. They all have lost it.
I don't know.
No, now you're playing stupid. How many times did she go out with Dr. Dekker? How many times did you go out with this crazy doctor?
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach.
Yeah, but we said how many times. And we gotta follow up on 2, 3, 4 questions. 5. Let's talk to Jaya. Professor Alderby. That's the only one we gotta follow up on. And what was Dr. Dekker like? Alright, we're about to use a hint. Maybe I shouldn't use a hint, but I don't know. I need to tell her who Eileen said could do that. Who did Eileen said? Yeah, I don't know who she said could do that.
Professor Alderby is a trustee. Did I not mention that? I think I'm going to get into trouble now. Have you ever heard of secret shoppers? Well, Professor Alderby posed as a patient to test Dr. Dekker. It's just a thing that he does. I'm sure he'll come and visit you at some stage, so please play along.
Alright, we got that. We gotta follow up on the trustee.
Test is the wrong word, more like gently guide. Professor Alderby had a lot of good advice to offer the young psychiatrists. He really helps them focus on where the problems are.
And where the problems are. Let's see, what was Dekker like?
It hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have heard, but did. What do you think of the patients? Nah, perhaps you shouldn't say. You can ask me. Go on, I'll tell you what I think.
Why did they work late a lot?
hadn't even been a year.
No, that's not it. Why does she think she'll get in trouble? Because she knows all this stuff about the patients that she shouldn't be knowing.
This practice is owned by a trust. They make all the money and leave me to make all the decisions, which generally means making lots of money. I headhunted Dr. Dekker. And you?
Oh yeah, why did she do that?
I don't know anything about that, I'm afraid.
She doesn't know a lot about anything. These are clear. What about him? Does he know anything else? I'd steal things? What?
Yes, I would steal too. And I have stolen. I ran out of milk, so I thought I'd go to the...
He mentioned that he lives on his own.
I live on my own. Occasionally I visit my father. He's in sheltered housing. Dementia.
Dementia. There's a couple ones here that I could follow up on. This guy has a lot of issues.
He was easily distracted during sessions, like he wasn't listening. I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening half the time. I don't think he wanted to know about his patients anymore. But when he did give you advice...
What kind of advice? Yeah, that'd be good.
He told me to use my imagination, to make something up, to think something crazy, and it would become real. He told me to think of a way to get more time. So I did.
These guys are loony.
But he pushed...
Has he seen people come back from the dead? What? Have you seen dead people?
When you work in a graveyard, you see a lot of strange things. I'm not sure if they're real, or whether I think they're real, or which is worse. I have no idea what you want me to say.
Are the dead people real?
Nope, I've got nothing.
Hidden things? Hidden things in your hour.
Moving things around and hiding things was amusing at first, when everyone was frozen. Some people would faint when things appeared from midair. Others would cry. Others just thought that it was there all the time and that their mind was playing tricks on them. It got boring fast, though.
Have you seen dead people?
When you work in a graveyard, you see a lot of strange things. I'm not sure if they're real, or whether I think they're real, or which is worse.
What kind of strange things?
You're laughing at me, aren't you? I said I wasn't sure if they were real.
So now I steal things. What advice did Dr. Dekker give you, and how did Dekker change? And what did he do with Jessica's clothes and his empty coffin? And he helps. This guy has I have to follow up a lot.
Not something I know about.
Did you murder someone in your extra
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move, because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground?
I think that's what he wants me to say.
I don't think you would, Doctor. I don't think I would, either.
Okay, at least he said he wouldn't do it, right? Why does he think Dr. Dekker didn't want to know about his patients anymore? About his patients. Any more?
I dug the grave for Dr. Dekker. I helped carry his coffin to the burial site.
No.
I don't really know about that.
Why does he think Dr. Dekker didn't want to know about his patients?
Therapists are supposed to help you. For whatever reason, Dr. Dekker had given up the desire to cure my mind, and instead wanted to make me more unstable.
The opposite? What are the things did you steal?
Yes, I would steal too.
Maybe Dr. Decker's coffin contained ashes or other remains. Maybe his had ashes. Whoops. Or other remains.
I'm a bit of a professional at this grave-filling business, Doctor. I know a decoy coffin when I handle one.
So was it a decoy or not? He was almost done. Let's ask him some questions. These hints are good though. Let's ask this Looney Tunes another question. He was talking to the student but wasn't in the mood for conversation. But weren't So he was contradicting himself.
I meant I wasn't in the mood to talk to Dr. Dekker.
Ah, okay. He only has a couple more, right? So let's see. Why would Doctor run? Why would Dekker run a charity?
I think Dr. Dekker set up Mind Stretch Outreach so that he could influence the minds of children at an early age, getting them to believe they could be anything they wanted to be. Since his death, it's been disbanded. No more minions of Dr. Dekker.
Minions. Why would Dekker run a charity? I have to follow up on that one. It's like you have to do the follow up to the follow up.
I think Dr. Dekker set up Mind Stretch Outreach so that he could influence the minds of children at an early age, getting them to believe they could be anything they wanted to be.
Why would Dekker want to influence? Why would he want to influence the kids?
Just felt like he was growing this child army of intelligentsia.
Intelligentsia. A pile of ashes, does he like fire?
I think fire is very primal in terms of energy. Maybe if I burn something, my days will keep rolling. Although I'm not sure you're supposed to encourage arson in these sessions, Doctor.
Alright, we're done with him. Mariana's got a couple, she's got a couple. She's green. Because we're trying to get the whole picture here. But I'm going to end it right here, guys. Actually, we'll do one more. Because look, she has a lot of follow-ups to do.
I can change my skin. What I look like. I can turn into a patient's...
Yeah, you can. And I can fly in the sky. This lady's nuts. Did she ever date Dr. Dekker? Uh-oh, there we go. $1 million question. Did you date Dekker?
No. I didn't go on a date with Dr. Dekker. He's my therapist. I would just be wrong.
Like stealing? Alright guys, that's it. That's the video. Thanks for watching another part of this. And yeah, stay tuned. I'm tired. Stay tuned for the next part of this Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker.